Hello everybody and welcome to a video review for the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Barricade. Now, Barricade is a repaint and slight retool of the Siege Deluxe Prowl figure. I don't have the figure, but I can definitely see similarities. It's the same figure. Now, before we look at the figure itself, let's take a look at the box. It's your Siege box. You have the name, Siege, Transformers, some nice artwork right here on the side of Barricade. You have Deluxe Class right there. Pictures of the figure on the back. Here you can really see that it's Prowl but black. You can use the Battle Masters to give him more effect parts and coolness and whatnot. But you know, I don't have any of those yet. I will get them soon. And on this side, you get the Siege artwork that we've seen on every box for every figure. Oh, also you have a Decepticon logo on the top. Very nice. But back to the figure. Despite being a repaint, which I'm not really a huge fan of repaints, this guy is an excellent figure. One of the best deluxe figures that I've had in a long time. So, taking a look at him, you can see he has a nice black color scheme with purple that really pops. You have the white with the black Cybertronian words that most likely says police. Purple spinny tires. There's his face. And you have the Siege battle damage, which is limited to just some scuffing right there. Right there. You have his light bar, which is removable, which is odd, but I believe that is to accommodate for the fact that we also got Smokescreen and Blue Streak in this mold, which makes sense because of these guns. These guns are removable. They're attached by pegs, and they're your average little bluish gray pistols that can either mount on the shoulders or you can combine them into a double-barreled machine pistol. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Barricade rolls quite nicely on most surfaces. And we're going to do a size comparison. Now, since I don't have many Barricade figures, I believe I only have the Last Night Deluxe Barricade, which I cannot find at the moment. We'll have to improvise. So here's Classics Bumblebee. Another one of my favorite figures that I own. And, I mean, these guys, they scale pretty okay. Bumblebee is definitely taller, as the new deluxe figures of recent years have gotten smaller and smaller, to the point where they are almost half the size of your normal deluxe figure. But what are you going to do? These guys look pretty good together, and I'm hoping that I can possibly see a Siege Bumblebee in the near future, or an Earthrise Bumblebee, as we are getting Cliffjumper. So, get you out of there. And we are going to transform Barricade into his robot mode. So, the first thing you want to do with Barricade is you want to pull out his arms here. Now, I usually have trouble doing this, so I like to use something with leverage. Let's use Masterpiece Grimlock's sword. So you just want to go in there and just pull out the arms. They're not really pegged in, they're just really in there, really tight space. I'm just going to pull the arms out like so. Fold them out, rotate them forward. You can then bring them down, and you can choose to have them like this. I choose to have the shoulder pads like that. Next thing you're going to do is come to the doors and pop them out. They are just on simple pegs, like so. Then we can accordion the legs out, rotate this 180 degrees, and then we're going to fold the feet down while also flipping the heels out like so. Split the legs. And now this is the part of the figure's transformation that I actually like. I think it's very innovative, and it's a lot better than just having a hole form on the hood. Now, what I mean by that is for the chest, I'm going to come to this section and flip, or we're first going to move that out of the way. Flip out his abdomen section. Oh, and then we're going to grab the center of the hood, push it down. And I don't know if you can see, but there is a hole here that this will actually go into, and that just goes right in. That allows you, if you get angled correctly, to bring the chest down and tab the abdomen into place. And there you have Barricade in his robot mode. And Barricade looks absolutely amazing, honestly. He's just in solid robot mode. It screams prowl, but also screams something else. Something really, really nice. Taking a look at the actual head sculpt here. As you can see, it is different from Prowl. Let's see if we can get that to focus. There we go. It has a nice gold paint with black, red eyes, which I appreciate. And I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but his actual fins right here on his eyebrows are not black. They are actually a dark purple. The Decepticon logo is present. Very nicely painted, or not painted, I believe it's printed on with a decal. But as you can see, we get more of that bluish gray on the abdomen, thighs, and arms. The backpack is very clean. Not much to say there. And the one issue that I have with this figure, and coincidentally with the Prowl mold in general, these legs are very weird. These are some of the weirdest leg designs I've seen. Very hollow, and it looks kind of vestigial in a way. Almost just like he was thrown together. Maybe he was. Ooh. For posability on Barricade, you have a ball joint at the head, which is very tight on my figure, and the ball joint almost feels rubbery to the touch. Getting these doors out of the way, his arm can go full 360 degrees. It can move out like so, bend at the elbow with a bicep swivel and a wrist swivel. You have a waist swivel that can go 360 degrees. He has a universal hip joint that allows him to kick this high up and kick that far. He can do a full split thanks to that universal hip joint. And due to the hollow nature of the legs, he can bend his knee that far. His feet have some upward and downward movement, more downward for the transformation. You don't really get much upward, but you do get a very nice pivot. Posability on this guy is pretty damn good, all things considered. An excellent posability for a deluxe figure in recent time. Now, like I said, you do have his gun. Now what you can do is you can plug them back into his shoulders, like so. Just like that. Bada boom, bada bing. And that looks pretty cool. But that's not what I prefer. What I prefer is to take them off the shoulders. You can then combine them, like I said earlier, and I like to put them on one of his many peg holes. This is the whole thing with Seige. Every figure has a buttload of peg holes, to absolutely just get anyone ready for battle. But I like to put the gun here, and that looks pretty cool. For the peg holes, you have one on each shoulder, one on each forearm. Of course, you have the hands. You have one on each side of his leg, and one on the bottom of his feet. And if you want, you could even take off the light bar because it's just pegged in, and you can put one on his back. So during vehicle mode, he has a weapon. But overall, he's decently sized. for size comparisons, or just size comparison, you have Barricade here, and here's Classic's Bumblebee once more. And yeah, he's taller, because Classic's Bumblebee is, all things considered, a pretty tiny figure. But he scales well. If you're doing maybe a stop motion, or you're trying to have a version of Bumblebee and Barricade that are not the movie versions, this could be one of your best bets. Or you can get the Deluxe Bumblebee from the Generations line. But that was Bumblebee. So overall, I think this figure is amazing. One of the best Deluxe figures I've had in a while, like I said. I'm going to rate Barricade a 9 out of 10. I'm not giving him a 10 out of 10 just because this is a really weird leg design, and I find it kind of wonky and not that great. But this is a figure I highly recommend you pick up. But that was the review. My name is Seeker's Blue, and I'll see you later. Have a good night.